Hello Aries and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a reading for the end of January 2023 looking at your recent past, current energy, and immediate future. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and pulled the oracle cards and clarified those. I have the overall energy for the reading and then we'll dive into tarot, and then I have the decks that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. All right, Aries, I think this is going to be a really good reading. I can tell you guys are feeling very heavy right now. I feel like you feel very weighed down by certain things, but I do feel like that's going to start shifting soon. But let's see, because in your recent past, you have practiced gratitude with the 9 of Wands. So what I'm seeing is in your recent past and still currently, you are in the end of a cycle. Now remember that the closer you get to an end of a cycle, the more intense it feels, the harder it feels, the more difficult it just is to handle. The closer you get to the end of a cycle is when you use the lessons that you've learned in that cycle and you apply them to your life. So it's taking, on my channel, I talk about this all the time. 95% of our movements, choices, decisions are subconscious. Only 5% of what we do and how we interact with the world comes from our conscious mind. So that is why we have to be so mindful and so present so that we can use that 5% to make sure that we're responding rather than letting our 95% react. Because if we don't create our 95% based on consciously choosing our reactions or preferably our responses, if we don't, consciously have a say in our choices, well, then that 95% is only going to be a product of our environment. If it's a product of our environment, then we'll be stuck always experiencing what we always have. And so what I'm seeing now is right now in your life is a really, really big time to focus on what you have, not what you lack, because your overall energy for this reading, and this is already going to be the second time we see this word, is gratitude and assertiveness. So what I'm seeing is this is a lot about being grateful for what you have, but still very assertive about what you want, very assertive about your goals, about where you're headed. So yeah, in your current energy, you have the keep your heart open with the 10 of Wands. And to me, this is a very it's just a very heavy energy. There's this just, you feel very burdened right now. But with the keep your heart open, it's almost like open yourself up to the possibility that this is all happening to get you to where you're trying to go. Because in your immediate future, you have believe in your good luck with the 4 of Pentacles. So this is about finding, I feel like ultimately the stability you're looking for in some sort of a material sense. It could be in a relationship, it could be in a career, whatever it is, there's a stability you're looking for. You're on your way to it. Make sure you're focusing right now on what you have, not on what you lack. All right, Aries, let's jump into tarot. Looking at your recent past, clarifying practice gratitude with the 9 of Wands. Recent past for Aries. Yep, I knew that was going to be the case. Right now, you have the Empress in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, and the Temperance in reverse. Your recent past was a lot of frustration. And the frustration was stemming from the fact that you were not, it was almost like you just need to kind of this burden that you're carrying right now, I just feel like you just need to let it go. Now, of course, that's so much easier said than done, right? Just let it go. Just drop the burden. But the easiest way to do that is to focus on the positive, focus on the good right now. Because this frustration and, our circumstances are, in fact, a product of how we respond to them. If we respond with frustration, if we respond with fear, and not meaning that we don't feel those things, because of course you're going to feel those emotions. Emotions are always going to be a part of our life, but we don't have to believe it. We don't have to believe there's actually anything to be frustrated about. We don't have to believe that there's anything to be fearful about. We can actually, hope for the best. Sorry, I got distracted because this Temperance in reverse card, it's also, to me, a general lack of not general lack of patience. Not that you're an impatient person whatsoever, but just that good things take time. And, especially when we're talking about your path, the universe is going to be very strict with divine timing because they don't want you to bring your fear and your frustration and all of that into your blessings and then use that energy to sabotage it. So you have to work through it now before you get to where you're trying to go so that you can, in fact, not just attract what you want, but also sustain what it is that you want. All right, recent past for Aries. It's like being grateful for where you're at and excited about where you're going. Grateful for what you have, excited about what's to come. Recent past for Aries. We just saw both of those cards. You have the Hangman in reverse with the Empress in reverse, which is on the bottom of the deck, and the Strength card in reverse. I didn't touch on the Empress in reverse, I'm just realizing, which is probably why this message was repeated. Make sure that you are giving your energy to you right now. And I know we're talking about your recent past, but I just feel like this recent past is carried over into your current energy, and this just feels like this burden. Because your recent past was, I feel like the frustration has intensified since your recent past. The Empress in reverse to me is this level of, not focusing on you, not putting yourself first. And the ultimate reason for that is with the Strength card in reverse, there's this lack of confidence. It's almost like you feel like you have to overgive or you have to be more than you are in order to attract whatever it is you're trying to attract, when in reality it's quite the opposite of that. Really is, it's you really need to be, you're very, in order to attract what aligns with our soul, in order to attract that what aligns with what we want, we have to become and act from our most authentic self in order to have circumstances that align with our most authentic self. Blah, 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 blah. Your inner world is always reflected in your outer world. So if there's a part of you within that you're not putting yourself first, well, then the universe isn't going to put you first. So you've got to make sure that right now, and again, I know this is your recent past, but right now that you're really focusing on gratitude and self-care. That's going to be the biggest thing that's going to get you through the energy you're currently in. So your recent past was like the onset of this, and then I feel like it's carried over into your current energy. But let's see. Yeah, there's the Well in reverse with the Eight of Cups in reverse. It's like there's this need to let go and let it flow. Let go and let it flow. And understand that with the Eight of Cups in reverse here, you're kind of in like a renewal period. Like, again, it's almost like the universe is preparing you for what it is that you ultimately want here. Remember, your inner environment is what's reflected in your outer environment. You don't change your outer environment to change your inner environment. You've got to do it the other way around. And so right now that's why it's, focusing on gratitude, focusing on the positive, focusing on self-care. Right now is a time of working on your inner world so that can start to be reflected in your outer world. Now, again, I know this was your recent past, but I feel, and I think we'll see that this energy is carried over into your current energy, because you are at the end of a cycle, and the end of a cycle is it's tough. It's real tough. All right, current energy here for Aries. Current energy for Aries. The Knight of Wands in reverse with the Three of Swords in reverse. That's exactly it. You're healing right now. You're healing quite a bit, because here's the thing. There's this like risk that you need to take. Like not necessarily risk in terms of like, I don't even know if it necessarily is an action. Could be a decision that you need to make, or something that you need to do that's going to better you and better your life. It's with this assertiveness about what it is that you're trying to create. It's almost like there needs to be a little bit more of the confidence behind the assertiveness, and right now you're lacking a lot of that confidence. So right now is a time for healing. And that's why I feel like things feel so heavy and you feel so burdened, is because things aren't moving forward right now, but they're not supposed to, because again, there's got to be more confidence behind your actions. And right now I feel like you're lacking a lot of confidence. Now, it's not that you're not a confident person. It's that you're just not quite to the level of confidence that you need to be in order to put the energy into your path that's needed. And so right now is a time for working on your confidence. That's why you have Keep Your Heart Open. Is just because things look the way that they do right now, that does not mean that they're going to look this way forever. Just because your circumstances are what they are right now, literally the only thing that means is that your circumstances are the way that they are right now. It doesn't mean that they're not going to improve. Current energy here for Aries, because I can feel your guys' heaviness. I can feel the heavy energy. Current energy for Aries. The Three of Wands, because that's it. There's this need to step out of your comfort zone. There's a need to step out of your comfort zone. But right now you're having, because there's the world in reverse, so you're still at the end of that cycle. Because of your lack of clarity, I feel like maybe when it comes to your direction or even what your next step is, it's almost like it's not that necessarily you don't want to step out of your comfort zone. I just feel like you don't necessarily know how. And that's okay, because what I'm seeing is this is a big time. It's a big time for like finding clarity on your direction. Because I feel like what you've kind of been doing is just making moves, or like, throwing darts at the wall and hoping it sticks, instead of, having a little bit more of a calculated approach. Now, being too calculated can get you in trouble. So that's where the balance is between faith and action really comes into play. And I feel like right now is a time to really build your faith before you take that action. Current energy for Aries. Oops. The Seven of Pentacles. This is about what you're investing in, and that's exactly what I just said. Hang on, sorry. This is literally exactly what I just said. That's cool. The Seven of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups, because the Seven of Wands, this is like, to me, this is kind of like this assertiveness card, but it's like assertiveness not with a level of like anger. Like there's nothing negative behind it. It's just this energy of like, I know what I deserve, and therefore nothing is going to stand in my way between that. And you need to be able to invest in your seven. You need to invest in what you're wanting to invest in with this energy, and that's where you find that balance, right? With the Two of Cups here, is it's almost like this balance between understanding that yes, there is this assertiveness about where you're trying to go, but there's also this gratitude for where you're at right now. So it's this level of, being able to say the universe is always leading me to where I want to be, but also knowing that I'm exactly where I need to be right now. So finding that balance is why things feel so like sucky right now, is because you really are. You're working on your inner world so that you can bring that into your outer environment in your immediate future. Because then in your immediate future, you have believe in your good luck with the Four of Pentacles. So let's take a look at what that means. Immediate future for Aries. Now, instead of telling you what's going to happen in your immediate future, for me, and how I read, it's more about what you need to focus on in your immediate future. Your circumstances will speak for themselves. Ace of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I lied. Those are both upright. It's Ace of Wands upright with the Queen of Pentacles upright. Sorry, I didn't say it, but the Ace of Wands was in reversed. Your immediate future is about grounding yourself in your passions, figuring out what really sets your heart on fire, and what your passions are constantly leading you to your destiny. What do you enjoy doing? What brings you a sense of accomplishment? What brings you a sense of purpose? But also at the same time, what do you enjoy? If you're just chasing a sense of accomplishment, oftentimes we forget to focus on the fact that our sense of accomplishment should come from doing things that we actually like doing. And your immediate future is almost like grounding yourself in your passions and understanding that your passions are what you should be doing each and every day. You should be just allowing yourself to invest in the things you're passionate about, because that's what's going to bring about this good luck that you're wanting, is enjoying the journey. Because if you're just trying to push your way through each and every day until you get there, you're totally missing the point of the fact that it is about the journey, not the destination. You have to enjoy the process. And if you're going to enjoy the process, you've got to enjoy what you're investing in. And if you're going to enjoy what you're investing in, you've got to pursue passions. But oftentimes passions can seem really scary because they can be, they can seem ridiculous to someone else, or it's starting your own business, or quitting your 9-to-5 job to pursue a tarot channel. That's what I did, at least. And it's really scary. And I'm not going to lie. I've definitely faced a lot of struggle in this, but it's amplified my faith to the max. Like, it just feels like it's not that I'm like, I know I'm not going to fail, because this is my path. This is my passion. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And when you have that feeling, that knowing, then the rest just seemingly falls into place. I mean, of course, you still struggle with anxiety and frustration and all of that fun stuff, but the way you respond to it is very different when you realize that you're you're enjoying the journey, you're enjoying your day-to-day. So your immediate future is a lot about that. Immediate future for Aries. The King of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about building your stability. And it has been and will continue to be a one step at a time kind of process. It's with the Knight of Pentacles here. It's slow and steady wins the race. And I know that it's almost like I feel like you hear that and you get more frustrated, but that's where the joy in the journey comes from, is understanding that it's not going to happen overnight. It is going to take time, and it is going to take day by day by day to get there. But that's the fun part, is if you woke up tomorrow with everything you ever wanted, eventually the excitement of that's going to wear off and you're going to want more things for yourself, right? So enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, and understand that you are getting there. You're building to your stability. You're doing the right things. It's just that there needs to be a shift in how you're investing in the right things, how you're investing in your path. Immediate future for Aries. These are both upside down. Sorry, I pulled that deck backwards. Strength with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Oh, okay. Make sure in your immediate future, if you take anything away from this reading, if you need to write it down, if you need to set a reminder for a week from now, for a day from now, for an hour from now, do not dwell on the negative. Do not dwell on the negative. Do not allow yourself to get stuck in the negative, what is seemingly negative in your world. Because again, remember, your perception is your reality. If you focus on the things that are going well, focus on the gratitude, you will attract and perceive more of your life through the lens of gratitude. If you focus on the negativity, if you focus on the lack, you will attract and perceive your world through the lens of lack. All right, we're going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to clarify each and every single one of these messages, and then I have an advice card to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Aries, for watching this video. I hope this helped and provided someone out there with some clarity. Next week, I'm going to be back with my love readings. I'm really excited about this. I haven't done love readings since my last tarot channel that I got rid of it's actually been, I think February would be 2 years to the day. And so I'm excited to get back into them. They won't be like your typical love readings, but they will have a lot. We'll both learn a lot from them. Let's just say that. So thank you guys again so much for the support of this channel. It means the absolute world to me, and I do hope to see you guys in future readings. All right, bye, Aries.